What's up, Falcons Nation, NFL fans? It's your boy Jew coming at you guys with another video. In today's video, I do want to give my top 4 quarterbacks that are currently playing in the NFL, or my Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content or NFL content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So as I mentioned, I do want to give my Mount Rushmore, or the top 4 quarterbacks that are currently playing in today's NFL. So number 1 on my list is Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. As you guys know, Pat Mahomes has won 3 Super Bowls in his young career. Him and Andy Reid are basically at the top of the NFL list as far as head coach and quarterback tandems in today's current NFL. We know that the Kansas City Chiefs are a dynasty after winning their last championship last season, and they're looking to three-peat this season. But Pat Mahomes is one of those guys that can make every NFL throw, has a very strong arm, can throw off platform, can run the ball. He pretty much can do it all. But his greatest ability is just his clutch gene, his ability to make the right plays at the right time. We've seen in the Super Bowl, in overtime, that he played his best football down the stretch of that game. So Pat Mahomes has separated himself to me as the best quarterback currently playing in the NFL. And that's hands down. To me, there's really no debate when it comes to Pat Mahomes at this point of being in that number 1 spot. But at number 2 on this list, I have Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson. We know that Lamar Jackson is one of the most explosive quarterbacks in the NFL. But the reason I have him number 2 on my list is he's a guy that wins a lot of football games. Lamar Jackson's record as a starting quarterback in the regular season is 58-19. Pretty much if Lamar Jackson is healthy, the Ravens, you can go ahead and pin them in for a playoff spot. He's been one of those guys that has 2 NFL MVPs. His talent is undeniable. His ability to throw the ball off platform, his ability to use his legs as one of the most explosive running quarterbacks outside of Michael Vick. You pretty much can say he's probably the second greatest quarterback as far as being a mobile quarterback for his ability to run, and give defenses problems. But just his ability to win games, his leadership, he pretty much proved all of the doubters wrong last season. The Ravens, he was holding out for a new contract, and he just comes back and wins the MVP after getting that big contract. So he basically proved himself right, that he deserved that contract. He did lead the Baltimore Ravens last season to the AFC Championship game. They did fall short to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. But pretty much ever since Baltimore has made Lamar Jackson the starting quarterback they pretty much have been a playoff team every single year. And I really feel like Lamar Jackson's elite ability is his ability to use his legs, use his athleticism. But he is also a guy that can throw the ball as well. So he's number 2 on my list personally. Number 3 on this list will be quarterback Joe Burrow. So Joe Burrow of the Cincinnati Bengals is number 3 on this list. Joe Burrow has led the Cincinnati Bengals to a Super Bowl appearance. They did fall short to the LA Rams in a really close Super Bowl matchup. But to me, since he's been in the league, he's been in the league about 4 years. 2 out of the 4 years he's been injured. But when he's in the game, you can pin him in for 30+ touchdowns and 4,000+ passing yards every single season. And Joe Burrow is one of those guys that has looked Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs in the eyes multiple times. I believe they've matched up 3 or 4 times in Joe Burrow's career. I believe they matched up, if I'm not mistaken, about 4 times in his career. And I believe he's 3-1, if I'm not mistaken, against the Kansas City Chiefs. But he beat them when it mattered most in the AFC Championship game in Arrowhead. Joe Burrow showed us why he's one of the guys that they call Cool Joe. That he's one of those guys that doesn't get flustered. We've seen him get sacked a number of times in that playoff run to the Super Bowl, and he just kept getting back up and making throws, and being cool as the other side of the pillow. So Joe Burrow to me is one of those guys. If he can stay healthy, I really feel like he can go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks to play this NFL game. We've seen him put the Cincinnati Bengals franchise on his back and get them to a Super Bowl. And I think before it's all said and done, if he can stay healthy and if they can keep their core unit together, I think he could possibly win a Super Bowl in his career. But to me, he's shown when he's healthy, he's one of those guys that can put up big numbers. He can make every throw. He's also a quarterback that's more mobile than people give him credit for, meaning he can get a first down with his legs. If everybody turns their back, to him, he's shown that he also can use his legs to get out of trouble and get a couple first downs. But he's one of those guys that's surgical with the football in his hands, extremely clutch, and one of those guys that's not afraid of the big moment. So Joe Burrow is third on my list as far as the top 4 quarterbacks in today's NFL game. And the last quarterback on my Mount Rushmore is the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen. Josh Allen is one of those guys that's also, to me, a generational talent with his ability to use his legs and his arm. He, to me, probably has the strongest arm. It'll probably be out of him and Pat Mahomes when we come down to talking about arm strength. But Josh Allen has shown us that he's the focal point of that Buffalo Bills offense. The Buffalo Bills have won the AFC East 4 consecutive times since 2020. They won the AFC East, and Josh Allen is a big reason why. His ability to use his legs, his ability to make every throw on the field. He's elevated his game every single season since he's been in the NFL. And I really feel like if they put a little bit more talent around Josh Allen on both offense and defense, and possibly give him a better offensive coordinator, I really feel like Josh Allen is one of those guys, that should be top 4 on this list. He's shown throughout the years that he's one of those guys that can do it all. And I definitely think that if he has a chance as well to win a Super Bowl before it's all said and done. So those are my 4, top quarterbacks in the league. The only thing that I'll say about Josh Allen is he has to cut down on the turnovers. Outside of him turning the ball over, I definitely think that he's one of those guys that's a special talent as well. But with that being said, you guys give me your top 4 quarterbacks in the game. Give me the reasons why, you give those guys as your top 4. But those are my top 4 currently playing the game. So Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and Josh Allen. If you want to mix and match what number I have them at, that's your decision. But to me, those guys are hands down the top 4 guys playing that quarterback position. But with that being said, this be your boy Jew. I have a lot more content coming for you guys. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.